ladies and gentlemen, Mike Garafolo with us from the NFL Network, all brought to you by Hartley and Hartley Insurance, your trusted family-owned insurance experts in the Puget Sound area since 1978. Honesty, fairness, integrity. Contact Jamie Hartley, 253-565-8700. Also, Zogs on Fox Island, perfect spot to grab a cold beer, hang out with friends, catch the game. Check out Zogs on Facebook and Instagram. Fall hours and events. Mike Garafolo with us. We're inside the Puck Sports Studios built by Limback Lumber. Why are you shaking your head? You seem
why do people live in Minnesota? Pelisaro's in a blizzard and lost power. So I just found out like, hey, you may have to. I'm not upset about it. I'm trying to figure out why people live in Minnesota. A blizzard on Halloween. It's 80 in Jersey.
80 degrees?
80 degrees.
And he's got a blizzard in Minnesota. Well, I'll tell you what, there are times I love that state. We had family that had a cabin there. It's a wonderful state, especially the upper part of Minnesota. But I'm with you because the seasons there are extreme. Winter's extreme, and then the summer in the city is miserable. It's muggy and mosquitoes everywhere.
And what, the summer in the city of Minnesota?
Yeah.
Really?
Awful. You got to go. That's why everyone's got a cabin up north. They got to get away from the city.
I've been to Green Bay in July and August. It's beautiful.
Really?
Like, I mean, that's it. Don't even try in, September. Well, September still okay. Yeah. October, yeah, and then it just forget it. You can't. There's nothing there. It's just nothing. That's why when the football team is bad, it's like you feel horrible for those people because they just pour so much into it. So,
all right, I want to get right. He's back. Our guy is back. Number 3 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Monday Night Football.
You can't hate him.
Vintage Russell Wilson, and I said this before the game. Jim and I put a $100 bet on the game because 2 days prior, he splashed a new video on social media, did Russell Wilson. And I don't know if you saw it. It was a video of him and Sierra, and Sierra is in lingerie, and she's prancing around the Roberto Clemente Bridge in Pittsburgh.
Oh, I did see that. I saw it, yeah.
Still, and when I saw that video, I said to myself, he's back. And he's going to have an unbelievable game on Monday night. And Jim's like, no way. Giants going to cover. And I said, put your money where your mouth is. $100. I'll even give you the 6. And that was vintage Russell Monday night.
It really was. I mean, it looked like it too. I mean, the way that he was in rhythm, the way the ball came out, the way that, we call them the moon balls. They were more, just outside the stratosphere ball. They weren't the high ones.
Yeah.
But they were right on point. He was right on point. He was in rhythm. The first game, I thought they really tried to put the governor on him to make sure that, he didn't go off the rails. And they're trying it with both guys, right? They're trying to make sure in different ways that they're going to run whatever they scheme up. So they did the week before try to scheme things up to say like, dude, you got to run what we're running. Don't lose it. And he did. It sounded like not that they were not called, but not necessarily the primary read on some of those deep balls he threw to Pickens. But he's like, screw that. I've done this before. I can throw it up. I know, give my guy a shot, which is good. They're going to need to do that. They're going to need to have that element. Like when I watched him the other night, it wasn't a perfect game, but with him at the quarterback position, the way he was playing, it's like, oh, okay, I could see this team winning playoff games. I couldn't see it before. Yeah. Like they may win a wild card game. Even if they're hosting a wild card game, but like they may win a 20-17 wild card game, but you can't see this team winning the Super Bowl. Again, not a perfect game. Understood they played the Giants, just saying that there were elements of that game where you go, okay, this is a way a team can compete in the postseason.
And I know it's only 2 games, Mike, but give credit to Tomlin. I mean, he took some heat for this decision, right? Yeah. There was a lot of people that questioned, hey, why are you benching him? Why are you benching Justin Fields? I mean, he hasn't played great, but oh my God, you're 4-2. He's playing okay, and now you're going to go to a guy who is old, not as mobile as Fields. Your offensive line's got some issues, and he had the great line. Was it after the first game where he said, "This is why I'm handsomely compensated"? I mean, it was great.
Great leaders have to be able to do that. Have to be able to. They also have to be able to listen to their people, which he does as well. So you have to know. If there's 10 people in a room and 9 are feeling a certain way and you're the one that's not, you know what? They're probably right. And then sometimes when you go, I don't care what they're saying. I know I'm right. Like great leaders have to be able to do that. He did that. He is. I coming into the season, it was because their schedule was supposed to be, and maybe still is, but supposed to be the toughest or one of the toughest, depending on how you rated it. And they're 6-2 at the bye is nobody projected that. Nobody that doesn't wear black and gold would have projected that. So, credit to him for his streak. There's a reason why he's got this streak of non-losing seasons going on, and they're fun. I mean, I didn't. Steeler football is a certain way, and you go, oh, okay, Steelers, like they're not high. You like the high scoring type, teams with the great quarterbacks, and they did have one for a while. And now, like going there on Monday night, I was like, this team's fun. This is a nice team to like get behind. I wouldn't mind covering a bunch of their games the rest of the way. They're a fun team.
Yeah. All right, let's get the trade deadline, and I'm sure you guys are all fired up for it. It's on election day. It's on Tuesday. It's on November 5th. Mm-hmm. What is, again, I haven't really seen anything on it. I'm just curious. Is there, I guess there always is, a market for DK Metcalf? Has there been anyone that has called them about DK?
Hold on. How are you going to phrase this? Are you going to phrase this as, is there a market? Or are you going to phrase it? Is it a separate question? How do you want me to answer this? You want me to just answer what you asked me?
Have teams called the Seahawks about DK
Metcalf?
Metcalf?
Call the teams about everybody.
Okay.
Lots of calls. Lots of phone calls.
Are they listening to trading? Are they listening to trading
now that's
DK
a different
Metcalf?
question, Puck. 11:30 coming up. What the Puck? We're going to do an early preview. What is that segment, by the way?
Oh, it's just me. It's like random, like sports, non-sports, just me riffing for like 2 minutes about nothing. It's like, top 5 Halloween candies, why I hate the Yankees, whatever, why Joel Embiid is a quitter, stuff like that.
What is going on down there? My buddy is in, I don't know, he's somewhere in Italy.
Terrible.
He went to, his wife posted a picture of him, and she said, we went to this beautiful cathedral, I think it was St. Anthony Cathedral. His name's Anthony. St. Anthony Cathedral, and he got down and he kneeled down and he prayed and he got up, and I said to him, what did you pray for? And he goes, Embiid's knees.
I got a buddy of mine. I'm going to read his text. You know what? He's going to listen to this later, and he's going to laugh. He's a Philadelphia fan, and I was like, "Hey, man," I asked him. I said, "Hey, what's the deal with Embiid?" And his greatest line was like, "I said, hey, is the fan base turned on Joel Embiid?" He goes, "No." Sixers fans just understand their life is a flat circle of misery, and you live with it.
This is a different kind of misery, though. I've rooted for the Sixers. I'm not. NBA doesn't ring my bell. I'll watch it, but it doesn't ring my bell anymore. I don't have a whole lot of time for it. Yeah. There were. I mean, the Barkley trade, and you get Tim Perry back, and Jeff Hornacek, and who's the third guy in that? Jeff Hornacek.
It doesn't matter. It wasn't.
You look it up while I answer your DK question. No.
Are they listening to DK Metcalf?
Let me cut through the different ways of asking it and just he's not getting traded. He's not going to get traded. Okay. Now, like when you say listening, if I say, well, yeah, they're listening. Okay. Are they listening because somebody might say, here's 4 first-round picks for DK Metcalf. Oh, now we're going to trade him. I'm exaggerating to make a point. I don't know if the call comes in and John's on the phone. They go, DK Metcalf. Like. I'm sure he'll finish the conversation. So, no, but I do not see DK Metcalf getting traded. They know what they've gotten him. These guys don't grow on trees. They're big body, athletic guys. They are hard to come by, especially when you get a guy who, puts in the work and does what he needs to do and is competitive. I know you don't love everything about DK, Puck.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I'll be honest with you. It's not the play on the field. It's always just been.
He's a receiver, dude.
Sometimes his side, but he's been better this year. He's actually been fine. I mean,
they're not all Terry McLaurin. Okay, like Terry McLaurin is maybe the only guy that I've ever seen early in his career be named a team captain, become the face of the team as a wide receiver, and just everything you ever would have wanted in any, like. that is a very rare situation. So
yeah, no, he's been better. In fact, when Gino was having his hissy fit last weekend and throwing footballs at people, he was actually playing peacemaker, which I found ironic.
Didn't Mike Robb say that when he was at training camp? Like, because he turned around DK's playing peacemaker after he swung his helmet.
Right, when he was swinging his helmet at a player.
Not going to. It was just funny to watch the clip and go, "Oh, DK's breaking up." No, DK was intimately involved. No, they like what they've got in him. They like what they've got from. That's the other thing is they still feel like they're in the thick of this thing, right? And to trade away one of your top one pieces on the team right now would probably not be a great move if you're trying to show this team that you feel good about where you are and you're only going higher with a new coach.
You surprised how much they have? I mean, they get off to the great start. Now it's aided by who they played, and we've talked about that. But whatever, you got to play who you got to play.
Yeah.
You surprised where they're at right now, and then I guess specifically you surprised with how much they have struggled defensively and have really not improved, and that's the reason you hired Mike Macdonald, was to fix the defense. Yeah,
but it's kind of like a rookie quarterback, high number 1 first overall pick, and sometimes he comes into a situation where there's a reason that team was drafting first overall. They're just not very good, and then year 2 you kind of build it. Like, what are the pieces that he needs, especially you spend a year with him, what are the pieces that he needs? So it's tough for Mike Macdonald to come in and, replicate what he did with the Ravens. They had built that team the way they wanted to build it, and he had kind of built his defense around. So it takes a while to get to that point. So I feel like that's where it is right now. I'm not going to sit here and say like, "Oh man, Mike Macdonald sucks as a head coach and can't carry over what he did as a defensive coordinator because he's now a head coach and he can't." Like, you gotta give it time for that. I think what are they 4-4? They're 4-4. No. If I had said to you coming in, they're 4-4 through 8. You good with that?
Yeah, I was. I mean, listen, we went into, at least my thought process going into these 2 games before they went in the bye is just to split them. And I said the best case scenario would be to get the Rams game because it's in your division. That's obviously still on the table for them. Like, as poorly as they played last week.
You're saying split last week and this week?
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the Falcons and
so the Bills and Rams game. They go into the bye at 5-4. Yeah, I'm good 5-4. Right. Then you got the Niners coming up. You're off a bye. I mean, they got thoroughly outplayed last week.
Yeah,
there is some weird, crazy alternate universe to where they have 2 trips inside the red zone as poorly as they played. All of a sudden, you're up 14-7 going into the half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought they were going to lose last week anyways.
The last 2 weeks, for some reason, have been easy to call. You and I talked about, we knew they were going into Atlanta and winning. And then last week, I was like, and I don't think you asked me about it because I was like, I don't feel great about this one. This week, I've got no feel, which probably maybe tells you it's going to be a close game. Now watch it be a blowout. So I can't, like, I could see both teams winning this game. And it's a monumental game for them, for either one that really wants to have visions of staying in this divisional race. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this one.
It's weird that you bring that up. You just don't have a feel for it. I don't have a feel for any of these games.
No, that's not true.
And I bet on these games every week.
We talked about it. We said going into Atlanta, like I said, you guys are going to, and you were like, "Yep, I agree." Like, and they won.
Well, I don't have a feel for but I think more this year than ever. It feels like parody or whatever the right word is. That it's just like
I've got a feel.
Last week, I didn't see the Browns beating the Ravens.
No, see, that was because changing play caller, changing quarterback. They had lost on. I hate to always take a death and put it towards, but it's a thing. They had lost their longtime radio announcer. That was a thing that was rippling through and they wanted to play well for him. It's a thing. It is, and they did. So there were a number of things there, and I was like, now listen, if Kyle Hamilton catches the ball, okay, and picks off that, like, game's over, and we're not talking about that. That's how fine the line can be sometimes. But no, that was one where I was like, that team might play tough. I was going to make a prediction. Jets. Like, I got a good feel about the Jets tonight. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, but I think the Jets tonight show up, play really well. Why are they putting that up?
We're going to play back.
What are they doing?
What's going on outside your
a couple of years
place?
ago, we got row houses here. So you just when you trick or treat, you go right down
Yeah,
you know?
it's great. What a great place to trick or treat.
It's great. It's great. It's very convenient. You know, for us, we just chill out and I'll have a beer and just hand out some candy, yell at some kids. No, my neighbor did that last year.
You enjoy it. You enjoy it with Carmen, okay, and the kiddos, okay.
Yeah. Why?
Want to know why? Because it's over. I'm done. This is it. I have 13 years of doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been over for my daughter for a while because she's a sophomore. But this is it. Should have been it last year. But the sixth grader, the son, said, "Yeah, well, I'm riding solo tonight. Okay, and I'm bouncing. I'll be back at 9:30. So peace out."
Oh wow. And what'd you do? You just stood there with your
fine.
beer?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, but no, this is what I miss though. I miss walking around the neighborhood with a backpack of a box wine and getting shots left and right at people's houses.
Yeah, my kids like to hand out the candy more than they like to get it. So we'll walk a block and they'll be like, "Hey, can we go back?" Yeah, sure, no problem. Come on, let's go. And we'll just sit there and hand out. It's great. I love that. Like, get them, whatever. But COVID 2020, okay? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Everybody put these long chutes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. To drop the candy down.
Drop the candy this way. There was no human interaction because you can pass COVID in 3 seconds.
But we're gonna touch the candy and give it to you.
The same thing. It's going through the chute anyway. You're touching it.
So stupid. I know. It's just so dumb.
So this person's still doing it. So this person apparently does not want anything to do with any human interaction 4 years later.
Well,
whatever.
To each their own. Garafolo, leave the guy alone.
No, I have opinions and I have takes. And if you're outside my window,
is he setting it up right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
With his wife.
So you were going to do a prediction. Like, here's the games. Like,
Jets.
I look at Jets prediction. Yeah, that one's we're gonna play back the audio or the video at some point. You're so high on the Jets, so high.
Only if I'm right, dude. Come on.
If they lose, okay. I was gonna ask you this: if they lose tonight, you think they're gonna win? But if they lose tonight, like, what do you do? I mean,
you retire if you're 8.
Just now?
No, not now. No, but I here. So the longer this, like, 2 and 6 would be on pace for what? 4 and 12, 4 and 13, something, whatever. Stupid 17 games. If it's that bad, I don't think he comes back. Like the worse it is, the less chance he comes back. In my mind, like, and some might say, well, how could you go out that way? Wouldn't you? If all of a sudden they get this together and they're 8 and 9 and they just miss it, then I see in my head, okay, he comes back. All right, it didn't start out great. We had the Achilles year. This is my last ride. If it's so bad, I don't know. And that's just that. And by the way, never mind.
No. Come on.
Well, I was going to say, I do have my own opinions a lot of times. That's not just my own opinion. Like that's educated.
Okay.
If it's that bad.
Yeah, I got you. So, but if they lose tonight, right now they're 2 and 7.
Yeah.
Most people, they think they're done anyways, but they're 2 and 7. And that realistically at that point, you are done. Like we've seen this in college football now recently. Yeah, I'm going to use my red shirt. I'm out. I want to preserve my eligibility, right? The 4 games thing, and I want to go transfer. I'm going to go in the portal. Does he then now mysteriously go on McAfee and go, man, my hamstring's bothering me. I think I'm going to shut it down.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Especially because he got Devontae. Like, Devontae didn't come here to catch passes from Tyrod Taylor. No offense to Tyrod, but like why he
wait a minute, timeout.
What?
Tyrod Taylor's the backup quarterback at the Jets? Are you fucking kidding me? He's still in the league? That guy. No, and I'm no disrespect to Tyrod Taylor.
You just disrespected him.
Hold on. I can't believe that guy's still playing. Like, no, I like Tyrod Taylor, but he's the backup.
Oh, the funniest.
He has carved out a fucking career for himself.
Oh, it was the funniest damn moment since I've joined.
I love Tyrod Taylor, man.
Tyrod went from New York team to New York team.
Damn.
Tyrod. Yeah, he came in week 1 and he actually led a touchdown drive at the end of the game against the 49ers.
All right, can you name for $5
all the teams he's played for?
Can you name all the teams he's played for?
How many?
He's played for, well, including the Jets, 7.
All right, Jets and Giants. So I'm down to one hand. Okay.
Yeah.
We got the Colts. We got not the Colts, the Bills, the Chargers.
Yeah.
3 more teams.
You're missing. You get 3 more teams, and I'll give you a hint. They're all in the AFC.
No, hold on. Chargers, Bills. He didn't play for the Dolphins. I said the Jets. Patriots he didn't play for. Ravens? Did he play for the Ravens?
Yeah, 4 years with the Ravens.
4 years?
He started his career with the Ravens.
Holy Christ, I don't remember that.
No, neither do I. I never remember him. He never played. I never remember him. I mean, he came in 1 game.
Browns, Bengals, Steelers. I said Colts, right?
Yeah, but he didn't play for the Colts.
No, he didn't play for the Colts.
We just talked about him, the Cleveland Browns, for 1 year.
God, I don't remember that.
Ravens, Bills, Giants, Chargers, Texans, Browns.
Texans. I would have got the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans. Yeah, that's unbelievable. I can't believe he's still playing football.
How about he's with the Ravens the longest of anybody, and I don't
the longest of anyone.
I need to see him in a Ravens uniform right now.
Yeah, he played 14 games with the Ravens, and really, other than his second year, he got into 7 games. That was it. But yeah,
wow.
he put. I mean,
it just I blacked this out. I don't remember him with the Ravens.
He's a good. I mean, he carved out a good journeyman backup quarterback role
with Flacco.
For 14 years, man. It's good.
God bless.
Good for him. God, that's just. I can't believe he's the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to your point, I don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't think Devontae Adams signed up to catch passes from Tyrod Taylor.
That's pretty embarrassing. I left 3 on the board, by the way. If I left 1, hey, I almost gave you the finger there. Sorry.
Hey, I put you on the spot. If the camera's not on, you can think of it. Once the camera comes on, right? It's like everybody at home playing Jeopardy. Why do they know the answer? Well, yeah, you go up there with the clicker
with
the
pork
pressure
rinds.
Yeah, I love pork rinds. By the way, I don't know if that probably surprises you, but who doesn't love a good pork rind? But that's I mean I could see him tapping out, but maybe because he got Adams to go there that he wouldn't do it. But if he leaves, does it okay? If it goes the way that we think it's gonna go, or possibly go. We talk about legacies all the time. Does it tarnish his legacy? How this whole thing happened?
Joe Namath with the Rams, right? Yeah. All these old school. Jerry Rice, although Jerry Rice with the Raiders was fairly decent. Just these guys.
Jerry Rice with the Seahawks too.
See, there you go. Right. Everybody's got he dressed for 1 game. I saw a guy the other day. This was incredibly impressive. Crossing Broad is a blog in Philly. Blog. It's a site. And they've got everything. And they've got this guy, Kyle Pagan, who does these man on the street videos.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're awesome. And he did this one with this guy who, the Eagles hadn't beaten the Bengals since 2000. And it was late in the season. That was the trickiest part. It wasn't week 1. It was late in the season. And dude ripped off. Well, let's start with the defensive line. Hollis Thomas. We got Hugh Douglas. And he just went through. But Cecil Martin, the fullback. And he was like, well, no, Richie wasn't the fullback yet. So Cecil Martin. You go, Cecil Martin. But nobody was on IR. Anyway, the one guy he didn't get was the running back who played only 1 game apparently for the Eagles, and he didn't remember him. It was Chris Warren. He didn't remember Chris Warren.
Chris Warren was a legendary Seahawks running back.
Chris Warren is an Eagle, just what we're talking about with Rodgers. So I think he just gets into that category of 20 years from now, kids that never saw anything were like, Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. Oh man, yeah, 2 eventful years. He tore his Achilles, and we got to tell him the story on our rocking chairs.
But did they have? I guess those guys. Did they have the off the field stuff? Right. I mean, he's been a polarizing figure with the things that he said and all that, and then on top of that, it's getting a coach. Well, apparently a coach fired and. In being the de facto GM. I mean, I don't know. Maybe those guys did that too back in the day, but there's not the coverage like it is now. But
no, this is a unique one. I still love that he said earlier this year on the McAfee show. I'm amazed people think I have more power than I actually do. Dude, you built this coaching staff and the receiver room. I mean, you've got Pohl. You still got Devontae Adams. For a potential 2nd-round pick, which is not going to happen, but for a potential 2nd-round pick, that was you. That's power.
He just operates. I mean, you know this. You've covered him. You know people that have covered him. He operates in his own world, his own fantasy reality.
Yeah. Yeah, and he can kind of he ripped on Rap Sheet one time for and Schefter too for their, alleged sources or whatever he said, and it's going to come from me. Is this trick or treat? There's no way we're trick or treating this early, right?
Well, I mean, it's one where you're at. It's almost 2:00. So
holy
I mean,
crap, she's at my door.
Do we got full size?
I mean, I don't have candy. Dad, my parents are here to help.
I mean,
out.
I don't know. Yeah, that's too early. I don't know what the appropriate time is. I think 5:00 or maybe 4:00.
Maybe 4
kids. 4:00 if you
1:47, ain't it? She's looking at me.
Yeah, that's come on. What do we do? You know what? Be an actual New Yorker and scream out your window to get the F off my property.
Dad, I think we got a trick or treater.
It's early. Get it going.
Don't give her money. Downstairs. Somewhere.
I do like your dad. I got 20 on me. I would give my, you know what? I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to get some cash and someone's going to walk up. I'm like, I got candy or I got a Jackson on me. What do you want?
Oh, God.
You want $20? Here's $20. I love your dad because he's old school. Your dad's probably what? In his 60s, 70s?
Okay, here comes. You want to make your first appearance on Puck here?
Still carries cash in his wallet.
Yeah, we're live. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Jess says hi, Puck.
Yeah. Still carries cash in his wallet, does he?
Still carries cash in his wallet. He is 60. No, he's 72.
Yeah, you got to carry. He's old school. My dad.
I know. We're discussing the etiquette of trick or treating at 1:47 in the afternoon.
It's 1:45. What kind of craziness is this?
There's got to be an appropriate starting time.
What
are we doing here? We're not trick or treating.
Yeah, we are.
Not even 2:00 yet, people. Scream out your window to get off get off my property. It's not appropriate. How old's the kid, you think?
7.
7. What are we doing here? I think we should. You know what you should do? You find a picture of that kid. We put him on that Next Door app and be like, "You see this kid in your neighborhood out
stealing candy from my house?" Because that's what it is. For the next 2 hours,
stealing candy.
It's stealing or blackmail.
This is unbelievable. This is a whole. I can't even. I don't even want to talk NFL anymore.
I've broken out in a full sweat here, bro.
I want to talk NFL. I want to know what these people are thinking back there. Is this commonplace in Jersey that they trick or treat?
No. Did you hear my wife? Born and bred in Jersey.
Oh my God. It's just. I love the fact. I still can't get over. I love the fact that your dad's like, cash.
I don't even know. Like we have candy somewhere. I don't even know what he may have pulled out a couple of Werther's. I mean, what do old people carry? Werther's Originals.
Werther's Originals. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're good. A good Werther's.
Well, Home Alone. He's like, he's looking through his pockets. Everybody sees Santa's got to get something,
Oh my God, that was great. Oh, that was just unbelievable. That is by far the earliest I've ever heard of somebody knocking on a door.
Oh God,
for trick or treating.
And she hung there for a while too. Like she didn't. Oh, I guess they're not home. And then she stared at me. Oh, that was the worst part.
Hey, where are you at? It's Halloween. Yeah,
there's
Halloween. What's the official start time? Did we decide 4 o'clock?
Yeah, that's what we agreed on. You and I.
4 o'clock's the time you start trick or treating.
Yeah. First of all, she should still be in school. Why are we out of school right now?
Great point.
But no, there's an Instagram when she was staring at me. It was like that was like a horror movie, with the little.
Should have just flipped her off.
Like when he's riding the bike and he sees the two kids in The Shining, he turns the corner. That's what That's exactly what just happened right here.
I don't even know what I was going to ask. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Let me steer in a few more football questions.
Go for it.
Go back to Halloween.
Lightning round.
I got into a long discussion about this yesterday. We were BSing about it. I asked a buddy of mine who was on here who joins the show, Rob Staten. He does a Seahawks blog, SeahawksDraftBlog.com,
Mhm.
and I said, "Hey, would you take Russell Wilson back? Would you do it?" And we're just tongue in cheek and having fun with it. And he was like, yeah, why not?" He is a free agent at the end of the year. I know they're not going to do it. Sam Darnold will be a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume he doesn't go back to the Vikings. I'm assuming just because of McCarthy, but maybe they do.
Right.
What is? I looked at SPO-Track, that market value they always do, and it was like 3 years, 110 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where is the market? You think he'll have a big market?
He rivals in my mind Geno, right?
Okay.
And not just because they both came from the Jets, but Geno, who was at 25, 3 years, 75, right? I believe
Something
that
like
was
that,
the
yeah.
average annual value.
Yeah.
Reggie Frederick. We have
Reggie.
comments?
Yeah, we have comments. I can play all the comments all you want. His dad carries cash too.
Just call your father and me old school. I carry cash now. Here's why I carry cash, Reggie.
I always carry cash.
Because now they're charging the credit card at the restaurants, the 2%.
Yeah.
You ain't getting my $2.
Yeah.
Or maybe even more than that, $3 if we go.
And you know what? These people want cash more than anything now. They just pocket it.
I'd rather pay. Now my wife is like, but you get points on the card and that equal. No. I don't want the credit card company getting money for that. If they're going to charge me, like, it's me and the restaurant. And if you're going to add some kind of fee and it's just going to them, no, let's just keep it an A/B conversation here.
Yeah.
Geno was at 25. A couple years later, you figure a little bit of inflation. It was a lot of inflation. So I think we're north of 30. So was it 3 years, 110 averages out to what? 37?
Yeah, it was something in that neighborhood.
To me, it was mid-30s. I mean, that's about where I had it. Now, how does the season finish, right? Because they need this one this week. They need to stop the backslide because now the backslide's going to be, all right, this is back where we thought they were going to be. So you stop this now and you potentially, reestablish your value mid-season. And hey, little blip. Everybody has a little blip, but he got it course corrected and got it. Yeah. So I think you're about there for sure.
You think he'd be a better is he a better option than Geno?
Are you winning the Super Bowl with either?
No, they're not winning. I mean, the Seahawks aren't winning the Super Bowl until they can address their offensive line.
I didn't ask you that. That's not the question. Can you win a Super Bowl with Geno? Can you win a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold?
I don't know. Is that fair? I don't know.
That's fine. Then in your mind, it's a better option.
I don't know. I don't know if you can. I mean, there's a reason he was drafted as high as he was. I do think that there's a skill set there. I just think these what's been the big topic this week, right? The league isn't developing these quarterbacks, which I think is just absolutely BS. I think that some of these guys get drafted way too high because they value that position so much, but it's also about fit. If you go to the wrong team.
If you're talking about Richardson, because that's who we're talking about this week, he was drafted that high because of the upside, because of the wow throws that we've seen, which is great. He had 13 incompletions and 15 passes the other day. Ain't enough wow throws to make up for that, okay? So, but I would caution to any buyer on Sam Darnold, what you're seeing now, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Kevin O'Connell, indoors, you better have all that in place if you want to get the best out of Sam Darnold. If Matthew Stafford tomorrow retired, Sam Darnold as a Ram makes complete sense to me. Plug him in, and then could you win a Super Bowl with him at the Rams if everything else is right? Rex Grossman played in a Super Bowl. I still go back to that. Anybody can get you there. Anybody can get you there.
God, he was bad. He was a bad quarterback.
Rex, I love when they used to spell it WRECKS, Rex Grossman, when they said that was bad Rex, because there was good Rex and bad Rex. That was bad Rex. That was a good one. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always feel like if you're fishing in that pond, you might as well just pack up, go to the ocean and try to catch the big fish. Try and go whatever you got to do via the draft or whatnot. I just, it's my take on it.
Have you ever, in your years covering the NFL, had a quarterback tap out of a play?
Nope.
How do you think that resonates inside that building, in that locker room?
I saw Dan Orlovsky say, and I like Dan. I saw him say, imagine him now in the fourth quarter telling the offense, I know you're tired. I know you're dead. I need that extra little. Hold on, dude. Two quarters ago, I think the tap was the worst part. The tap was the worst part.
Yeah,
like if he did it, like if he got up and like, but the fact that he just tapped, like this is
like every other player, like players do. But okay, but let me ask you though. Other players do it all the time. Receivers do it.
Yeah.
Running backs do it.
Yeah. They don't get paid $60 million a year.
Okay. So the money changes it. You just never do. You never see a quarterback do it. Now they said they were going to do was hand the ball off anyways, and that's what they did because it was third and long.
Fake the wind getting knocked out of you, you know, because that's roughly what happened. You're out of breath, right? And just just give him one of those or take a knee, right? Go down to a knee, and we're not even talking about this. We're not even talking about this.
Quickly before you go, any more trick or treaters show up to the house?
No, we got nothing. We got nothing. I was wondering if I.
Hey, there's a great question here from Dude the Man 99. What if the trick or treaters on vacation from Europe thinks it's the time we start over here? Did they look European, by the way?
What am I like?
I don't know.
International relations now. I appreciate the. They got a flight to catch tonight, right? Maybe
we're going back to Paris.
Let's
get our candy.
You never know.
What are the kids going as tonight?
Carmen is Reputation Taylor. I answered Taylor and everybody. What era?
Yeah,
so I got it. So I just out with
got you.
Reputation.
I know what you're
Taylor.
doing.
Holy Christ! That costume. Oh man, what a fiasco!
I bet.
And then Vivian.
Oh, we have another one. Is there another trick or treater?
No.
Oh. Hot mom walking by. What do you got?
I'm on high alert now.
It's 80 degrees. I can only imagine.
I'm on high alert now, Puck.
Vivian is going as what? What's Vivian going as?
So Vivian also wanted to be Taylor when we talked about this 3 weeks ago. Ordered her a costume. Doesn't want to be Taylor. Wants to be a spider. So yesterday I'm on with Party Town, Party City, whatever.
Yeah.
20 minutes on hold. Dude comes back. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Another 10 minutes I'm on hold. I could have driven to the store in the meantime. And pick up the phone and answer my own call. That's what I could have done. Can't find a spider. So I'm like, we're expecting an absolute fiasco this morning because Vivian gets locked in and like you can't get her off the. We tried to pitch her the butterfly costume that Carmen wore a couple of years ago, which we didn't tell her. Like your sister had worn it. We pretended it was original. Yeah. No. This morning. How about a butterfly? Yes, a butterfly. Throws it right on, no problem. But now has taken it off, and I don't know that we're gonna get it back, which is fine. We only for school. For school, get dressed, and that's fine, whatever. So yeah, she went as a butterfly. I'm not gonna get dressed. Did you see what I did on the show this morning?
I did not see it. What'd you do?
So they're all dressed for Halloween on Good Morning Football,
yeah.
And they come to me, and I'm just in a shirt and suit and tie. And they said, well, is he dressed? We'll see. And they do the reveal, and I'm in a suit and tie, and I start to get booed, right? Like, I'm not going to talk about injuries while wearing a Michael Myers. Like, I just can't do that, you know? So I said, well, I'm dressed as Ian Rappaport. And then, because I'm now trying to get through this, right? Because I don't want to be the wet rag. I guess
Yeah.
So I go. So then in my head now I know how to really sell it, and I'm like, should I do it? Poor Ian's home, just having a great one. So I go, hold on.
You put the
now I'm Ian Rappaport.
You should have done it where you had like a football, plaster.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. But that would have been.
But I said I could do the short joke, which then if he were there, he would come back with the ball joke. We do it all the time.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good back.
So they make an Instagram reel. Good Morning Football does, and your invitation to collaborate. And I go, oh, God. And then I look and I realize he's already accepted the collaboration. So he was totally fine with the joke. So I was like, okay, if he's accepting it, then we're good. Everybody's good.
All right, and happy birthday to Carmen. I think I saw that. What are we? 9?
Carmen is 7.
7.
Okay. 7 and going on 16 because I did you. So I put the picture of her in the Taylor costume for you to see on Instagram. Yeah. Sorry, just my close friends. So she was. Oh, that was the best part. So Vivian didn't wear her Taylor costume. The 2 we bought for Carmen were too big. She wound up wearing Vivian's, which was too big for Vivian anyway. So it all worked out in the end.
It all works out in the end. Well, enjoy it. Yeah. Have fun. Have a great. I can't send me updates if any more people show up at the house before 4 o'clock.
Carmen did. I expect you to tweet that out, by the way. Carmen did the black cat for Halloween here.
That's great. God, what an artist. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you next week, man.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, there he is, Mike Garafolo, NFL Network, all brought to you by Hartley and Hartley Insurance. You're getting your money's worth, Hartley. I'll tell you that. Your trusted family-owned insurance experts in Puget Sound area since 1978. They've got honesty, fairness, integrity. Contact Jamie Hartley when he's not playing golf. 253-565-8700. Also, Zogs on Fox Island. Perfect spot to grab a cold beer. Hang out with friends, catch the game, check out Zogs on Facebook and Instagram, fall hours and events. If you came in late to the show, you can catch it again up on YouTube. Listen back to it. If you're listening later, you are on Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast, and of course up at pucksports.com.